On the 28th of November 2012, we were invited back to investigate some new claims of paranormal activity at the world's famous Frankensteins Pub in Edinburgh. Before our investigation began, we had the opportunity to interview two members of the staff who had fresh reports of things that had happened to them.
My name is Jenny McCallan and I've worked here since mid-June. My first experience was on the mezzanine bar, which is on the second floor from here, and basically I was sitting in the corner of the bar early evening on my own, and I was looking towards where the bar is, and I could see a figure of a young girl about 5 or 6 years of age, dressed in like a uniform or formal type clothing. She was really solid form, like I could see her perfectly. I kept trying to look away for it to disappear, but the figure didn't disappear, and it made me feel really uncomfortable, so I just got up and left and went back to it. Also in the Peter Cushion room, which is on the -1 floor, every time I go into that I feel a horrible presence, like there's somebody else there. I don't like going into the room at all. There's just always this presence that you're not on your own.
My name is Gemma Richmond. I've worked here for about 7 weeks now, and I've had two experiences since I've worked here. The first one was down in the cellar, and I was just getting ice, and when I was bending down putting it into the bucket, I got tapped quite firmly on the back twice, quite like a hard tap to kind of, like I knew nothing had fallen off the shelf or that onto me, or like it was quite firm. I was really scared at that point, and I quickly left that room as soon as possible. I've never really felt awkward in that room before, but that was the first experience that I've had. The second experience that I've had was in the kitchen. I was washing the dishes at the dishwasher, and there's like a spray gun to get the excess dirt off first, and as I was spraying the gun, a wee girl started singing. She was just kind of like, it felt like when she was behind me, she was like jumping about, like quite happy, and I stopped what I was doing quickly and turned around. Couldn't see anything, so I carried on what I was doing, and as I was doing it, the singing just got louder and louder and louder.
We began our investigation by setting up our base room in the -1 bar of the pub. We then began to conduct our baseline sweeps, where we actually discovered that there was a high amount of electromagnetic fields, probably caused by the wiring in the building. This actually had a physical effect on a couple of our investigators, with them suffering sore heads, and after being actually removed from the building temporarily, they reported that the sore heads had lifted. We went round the rest of the building, again picking up really high EMFs. We didn't really experience anything personally during the investigations. On review of the footage, we did however find 5 very clear EVPs, which are a mixture. We have 2 Class A EVPs, which we couldn't logically explain. And then we got a couple of hits off a ghost box as well, which tied into what was going on at that point in time.
Are you going up there? Can we both go up there?
Why don't you just go down there?
I'll go to It's a shit. That's what when Louise used to work before, we used to do that. We used to do that. I was like, hello, no, would you like to do something? Exactly what Green was like as well. As beer. It's Darren. Still beer.
I did have a wash this morning.
I'm glad to hear it. It's curry coming back out. And that feeling for me went away. I was getting out of here. Hey, can you... Because that's not picked up anything until there. Right, there you go. Stand there. Where? Just here. Why? Because that's where we've been getting good communication. So just hold that in your hand. Okay. So just hold it out, because if they didn't want to come close to you to move it, they might start moving it when they're there.
We also had 2 video clips which again we tried to explain but couldn't, unfortunately, which only left us to put them down to being unexplained at this point in time.
That's my building.
Start to come and feel over here somewhere. You can hear it.
You can hear it.
So our conclusion on this investigation, gathering all the evidence through previous research and investigations in the building, we can safely say that Frankensteins does have paranormal activity taking place, and even on this investigation we found new spirits who wanted to communicate with us who haven't communicated with us in the past.